enter a form. Get the details of those who want to join this charity service. For that, I first create some CSS codes. I go to the style sheet and create a class called form in the 51st line. Now in the 52nd line, I give the position as fixed. If we position an element as fixed, even if the page is scrolled, the position of that element will not change. When you look at the output, you will get a good understanding of this. Well, the required values are given to bottom and right. Now the width, the alignment of the letters and the background color are given in this section. Now I have completed the styles related to the form. Now let's enter the codes related to the text box that we need to enter data into this form. From the 59th line, input open curly brackets. Now the height of the text box, the color and the thickness of the border, the size and the margin of the four edges of the border are created in this way. In the 65th line, I use as input colon required. If there is a text box that must be filled, we use required. So if there is such a required text box, let's create the styles related to that text box in this section. If there are text boxes named as required, enter the relevant codes here to change the color of the border of that text box to red and increase the width of that border. Now this part is also done. Now I use as input colon hover in the 69th line. With this element, we can use our mouse pointer around this text box and make various changes in this text box. I give the background color of this row as hash FADBD8. The border width is also increased to 4 pixels. According to this code, when we move the mouse pointer around in this text box, the background color of the text box changes and the border width also increases. Now we have finished creating styles for this page. Well, let's create the HTML codes and see the final output. I go to the HTML page. After entering the div close tag in the 62nd line, I open a form tag in the 63rd line. Now open a div tag in the 64th line and assign the form class we made. In the 65th line, apply a title to the form and open an H3 tag. It is typed as volunteering ? In that tag. Let's add the required text box to enter the data from the 68th line. In this line, I open the input tag and inside that tag, type equals double quotation and it is given as text inside it. Next, name equals double quotation and the name inside it. Now the name to be displayed is given as placeholder equals double quotation name inside it. Now apply the / and here close this tag. Let's add the text box to add the email address. In the 69th line, I open an input tag and inside the tag, it is given as type equals double quotation email inside it. Next, name equals double quotation email is given inside it. Now the name to be displayed is given as placeholder equals double quotation email is given inside it. Now type as required from here. That means that the email address must be included. You may remember that we wrote styles to change the text box that must be entered. Now apply the / and close this tag. In the 70th line, enter the text box to add the phone number. After opening the input tag, inside the tag, type equals double quotation, number is given inside it. Next, name equals double quotation, num is given inside it. Type as placeholder equals double quotation, phone number inside it. Now apply the / and close this tag. Now let's create the submit button to submit this data. For that, I open the input tag in the 71st line and inside that tag, type equals double quotation, submit is given. Now apply the / and close this tag. Now we have finished preparing the form and also finished preparing our web page. Now let's see the final output of this web page. Click the refresh icon in the previously opened preview window. The form we made is displayed in the right corner. I scroll this page now. See, even if the web page is scrolled, this form is in the same place. This happens because we gave the position of this form as fixed. Now it is clear to you what happens when the position is fixed. Look, when I move the mouse pointer around these text boxes, the background color of the text box changes. This happens because we used a hover. Also, we created the CSS code to red color the border of the text boxes where the data must be filled. Look, the border of this email address text box is red. Look, I enter data in the other two text boxes and submit without entering the email address. The message is displayed called "Please fill out this field" in the email text box. Well, little ones, you learned some new elements today, didn't you? So, if you have received an output like this, then you little ones are very talented. Press the share button on the top right side of this site. Click live site from the interface and copy the link and send it to me to see. To see the creation you made, WhatsApp it to the number note 7681252244. Tell your friends about the creation as well. Send it to me and also send it to your friends to see this app. And one more thing, you too can now join the DP Coding School Telegram group and try to be the DP Code Champ Best of the Week once every week. For that, keep in touch with us. And one more thing, join our DP Coding Club and now you can start a DP Coding Club in your school as well. We are ready to give you all the guidance for that. If you want to start a DP Coding Club in any school where computer labs are available, make a request to the principal of your school to the email address info@dpcc.lk. So let's meet with another interesting lesson through DP Coding School. Have a nice day.